your smart speaker. Get that feeling. Top End Off-Road Centre, now open Mulgrave Road for everything 4x4. Here's News Briefing.
Is the more you've been looking for.
Hi, it's Dan Flake here with your news briefing. Former TV personality Andrew O'Keefe will remain behind bars. The 50-year-old was denied bail in court in New South Wales today. He's been charged with assault after a woman was allegedly attacked at his apartment in Sydney earlier this week. The country's chief midwifery officers responded to the COVID death rate. Today marks the deadliest seen in Australia since the start of the pandemic, with 98 deaths recorded. Alison McMillan says while it's tragic, an increase in cases inevitably leads to deaths.
Throughout the pandemic, as numbers have increased, we always see a delay in deaths. That's how it takes time as someone becomes unwell, critically unwell, and sadly then passes away. So you would expect to see that, and that's normal.
Still on the virus, and the TGA has provisionally approved a booster shot for older teens. Australia's drug authorities given the go-ahead for the Pfizer COVID vaccine to be given to 16 and 17-year-olds. It just has to go through a TARGI now. We've heard from the Russian ambassador to Australia on tensions between his country and Ukraine. Alexei Pavlovsky says the current situation's been blown out of proportion, comparing it to works of fiction.
Australians definitely are entitled to more meaningful understanding of the situation than comic book style propaganda like Batman versus Joker.
On the ABC there, and wild storms in Melbourne and the surrounds have forced Vic Emergency to issue a watch and act for hail, flooding and strong winds.
Whenever you're working near power lines, plan ahead, use a spotter and look up and live. For more Powerline safety tips, visit ergon.com.au.
Rafael Nadal has won the first two sets against Matteo Berrettini in their Oz Open semi-final. Daniil Medvedev faces Stefanos Tsitsipas in the other semi later tonight. Sixers star Moses Enriquez has given an update ahead of tonight's BBL decider against the Scorchers.
I dare say my bowling will be at a minimum, unless absolutely desperately needed, but with the amount of bowling options we already have.
And England were 8 for 177 a short time ago, chasing the Aussies 337 run total in day 2 of the Ashes Test.
At times and a possible storm in Cairns for the rest of today, down to 24 tonight, rain at times tomorrow and 30 degrees. A listener app is the home of radio, podcasts, music and news. Join up to listen live or on demand now.